Good morning to everyone. Let's begin with this story. Look, I'm a big fan of stories about the monarchy and scandalous stuff. I think most people are. You know, for better or worse, I think most people get excited by it. This one from Japan has got people talking. Former Princess Mako, who gave up her royal title to marry a commoner, is now living in New York with her husband. This made international headlines. Marriage comes after intense public and media scrutiny in Japan over the pairing and especially the family background of Kei Komuro, an aspiring lawyer raised by a single mother. Mako turned down $1.37 million that she would have received from the family. Mako's loss of royal status comes from the Imperial House of Law, which allows only male succession. There's a lot happening here, but again, the main headline, somebody just left the monarchy in Japan for love, Devo, for love. And is that the most important thing here? Or do you find other things interesting about this story?
I was about to quote Meatloaf right there, but I would do anything for love, but I wouldn't do that. No, I'm kidding. I would. I mean, if you're not happy, go find happiness. Doesn't matter how you were raised, how much money was around you. If you're not happy, find the happiness. She went to find her happiness. Do it. I'm in.
Even if you leave a very privileged life.
Sure.
Even if that privileged life is helping you get an apartment in New York.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Seriously.
Steph, you know what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I mean, listening to you go through that the list there, where only the male can get succession, and women just have the title, but it basically means nothing. So really, what is she giving up besides maybe being like couriered around in like cars and stuff? And you know, I feel like she probably just wants autonomy, and the love of her partner now is like all like really worth sacrificing her status for, because what status really is it? Like, I have the title, but I can't do anything with it. There's no power. So,
Natasha, would that be a deal breaker for you? If I couldn't succeed, if I couldn't win the championship, so to speak, I don't know if I'd want to stick around in that monarchy.
Right?
No. Listen, I love the younger generation of coming from all of these, status families and everything, because they're really stepping forward and really saying love is what I want, where I want to be. Now, again, it's not like she's going from that to, like a little dingy hole in the wall.
She's not going to
place.
North Dakota.
You know what I'm saying? You're right. So she still has a good
Yeah.
lifestyle as well. But I think, like, love is everything. You know how you always hear those stories about money doesn't buy happiness? It's 100% true. I can absolutely speak from personal experience as well. Not that I've had a lot of money at any point, but I'm just saying happiness and love is going to like push everything.
It's a thing of
100%.
storybooks and every Julia Roberts rom-com for a reason.
Yes.
True love conquers all. If you can find it, it's a blessing. And I'll tell you this, if you watch The Crown, even if you're not a royal watcher, you realize real quick that being a royal is equal parts burden and blessing. You are living in a palatial prison. I'm not kidding. You heard Meghan Markle talk about the fact that she didn't even have her own passport or driver's license to be able to go down the street and eat at a restaurant should she wish to.
Yeah.
Like, that's, if you're like, oh, big deal, it is a big deal. You do not feel free. Your soul never feels free. You can't do what you want to do, and it's a life of service and duty. It's on the royal clock. And like you said, Steph, there's no prospect of her ever being a royal family member in the sense that it's only given to the males.
Do you think she
She's
would have
adjacent,
stayed if she
royal
could have
adjacent.
moved up the line? Dee, do you think she would have stayed?
No. If it's not for her, Harry was like, I don't want any of this, right? And he could potentially be. So I think it's up to the person.
But Harry also wasn't going to reach the promised land either, right? Let's remember how that goes. Like,
yeah, that's true.
It wasn't going to be him either. So I don't think that's talked about enough when we talk about the royals, is that it's not the same as the story we're talking about, but it's not too dissimilar in that, look, you are a huge worldwide face and name. There are huge advantages with that. But at the end of the day, you will not raise the Stanley Cup, so to speak. There is no other place for you to go in actuality. So I think that also made things, I don't want to say easier, because there's nothing easy about leaving that monarchy. Right. I think we all agree on that. But the one thing I do hope happens here is that this young woman who left the monarchy in Japan, just dive into private life. If you really want to get out of that life, do it. You'll have all the opportunity in the world, although the media in Japan will follow you. I hope that happens, because I found some of the reasoning for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle for leaving the monarchy. It gets a little lost in the wash for me when you see how public they still are. I find that very interesting.
But why can't they be public?
I feel like it's just a sense of autonomy, like being able to be as public as you want to be, have control
It's your choice
over what
now.
you do, and it's your choice. Like I feel like.
Well, but
Instead
I
of
think
being
being in
hounded,
the public eye was a part of that. And really what I'm learning about the two of them is at times it wasn't necessarily about the public eye, it was about them not having a say in what public eye that was. Again, maybe this is another discussion.
A whole other
It's a whole
discussion.
other discussion.
Yeah.
But I wish the happy couple, let's get back to the topic. In New York, all the luck in the world.
Yes.
It's not about title and money, it's about love in this case. So all the best to both of them. However, in the segment coming up later in the show, Devo, it is 100% about money.
Yeah, it's always about money.
100%
That's what I wake up with
Yeah.
BT.
Totally.
They'll never be out of the public eye, no matter what they want to do.
You're right.
That's true.
And she
Exactly.
won't
You're
be
right.
either. You
But
go
I
into
hope
New
the
York, it
family's
won't matter.
still good with her. You know what I mean? I hope they still love one another.
Yeah, that's
In
the
that
hope.
clip,
Support
they
one
like
another.
kind of hugged her and wished her well. It looked like so. Hopefully they are still there.
And
for
rent
her.
ain't cheap in New York, just so you know. So hopefully the family's still involved a little bit that
Yeah.
way.